Hello everyone. Welcome. Hey Hafiz, Jabin. I see many familiar names. Yeah, I have taken my lunch and also taken my quick nap. Yeah, I need to take a nap so that I could much more refresh. Oh, I really salute you here. Oxygen. Okay. Uh, okay, welcome everyone. And just curious, how many of you were in this morning session? You joined this morning session. If yes, thank you, Chabin, Yuva, Hafiz, Amiru. Okay, well, many of you are here. Good, good. And today we are going to this session. We are going to learn something about Power Query. It's the extension. It's the extension from the morning session. The morning session is how to organize the data file in one file itself. Whenever we want to open multiple things together, there are few things we want to organize things a bit differently. And so I just run through the ROCK, the ROC framework, and then I will bring you to the learning today. So I would cut and go straight towards the ROCK, the things. Okay, good. And now let's have a quick refresher about ROCK. For those of you were here in this morning, or for those of you already know, R stands for what? Yeah, please type in the chat. Rectangle. Thank you. When we are working with our data file, we want to observe, we want to make sure our data file doesn't have any blank rows or column, and the data grows vertically, and it doesn't have any merging. O stands for only one. Very good, very fast. Yes, only one. This is the time on the second level. We want to inspect on the surface of our spreadsheet or our data. We want to make sure one cell only has one data, one record is one row, and on the top is only has one header. C stands for careful. Very good. Careful. This is the time we want to dive into the microscopic level. We want to make sure our data may have traps like extra spaces, decimal, date, with or without the time. K. Yes, keep raw data raw. So we do not want to change our data directly. There are no new columns in between the data we are working on. And of course, do not use any color coding or any formatting for special meaning. So the ROCK, it guides us towards the end result we want to achieve. And today, we are only focusing on these two. Yep, these two. I'm going to focusing on these two. Because of a timing, I want to go slow and steady, see how fast we could go. And usually these two will take about half a day. Usually it will take about half a day or more, depending on the progress. And because of this one, I have a book called, what's the thing? A book called Rock Your Data. So this book, it shows the root cause for many struggles and the common mistake people may be making, and it uses generalized principles. It shows what is the end result. It doesn't show how, because there are many methods in Excel, and one of the methods we're going to learn today is Power Query. Just remember ROCK, that's end result we want to have. How to do it, we will learn this one together. And this book is available in MPH, Popular, and Kinokuniya. And I just got the permission from my boss. We are going to give out 2 copies of this book. And to win this book, you just need to post in your social media, like LinkedIn, and you want to tag me, and then you want to tag HRD Corp as well, because we want to be thankful for their effort to initiate this National Training Week. Without their effort, we won't have a chance to learn from each other here. So you have to tag them and appreciate. So in your post, you want to mention what is the one thing you like the most about this session today. So from the post we have collected, and then after you have posted online, you want to send the link to the chat group so that we are able to know who has posted it, and we're able to do the lucky draw from the person who has done the posting. So this is the thing we have. So now we jump straight towards the learning. We jump straight towards the learning. We have 2 folders. Whenever you open, you want to unzip the file first. Yeah, you want to unzip the file. What does it mean by unzip? So let me show you the zip version first. Okay. If I archive or when I zip, you notice the folder slightly different. Slightly different. Yes, something over here. Mine has installed 7 zip. So it will be different. Yours will be slightly different. Okay. So just to make sure, after you download the files, you want to go to the file you have downloaded, right click on the file, and there is an option called extract all. Remember, you need to extract all. If you double click, later on, you will not able to continue with the learning because Excel unable to read the file from the zip file. So just want to make sure you have extract all. Okay. So let me remove it. And we are going to the first folder, folder number 1. Folder number 1, Jumpstart with Power Query. And before that, I'm just curious, yeah. Again, what do you mean, Sophia? You want to share your screen? I think that will be easier. Yeah, when you share your screen, because the things might be slightly different on your screen. And to share your screen is go to middle, bottom area there about the share screen, how to zip, unzip. Okay, do you have you gotten the file from the group? Perhaps Wendy is able to help out. Okay, can I? How to get the file? Okay, for those of you have gotten the file, could you send it in the group chat here? So there's some of our friends that are able to get the file as well. Because when we started, it's not easy to stop. Okay, thank you, Wendy, for sending the file. Okay, after you download the file, you need to right-click on the file and choose Extract All. Do not open directly. If you open directly, later on, you are unable to continue with certain exercises. Okay, good. If you have some question, feel free to ask, yeah? Okay, let's go over here and, okay, yeah, I haven't asked a question. Okay. Just curious, how many of you have used Power Query before? Just curious. Type number 1, if you know how to use it, or you have used it before. Or type number 0 if you don't know, or you type decimal, there's somewhere in between. Just want to know. Okay. See, there's a 0, there's a 1, 0.1. Okay, 0.5. Thank you. For those of you already know how to use it, this one is a good refresher because we are not covering so much of the in-depth techniques inside Power Query. Of course, towards the end, if you have some other question, feel free to ask. We're using the framework ROCK to guide us how to get the end result based on that certain thing. So this is what we are going to learn now. Okay, good. So let's go back here. First, I see many of us have yet to use Power Query. Let's go a bit slow and steady. Over here, I will show you how to use Power Query. At the same time, I will show you how to make some mistakes and do the correction on the mistake. First, we go to folder number 1, Jumpstart Power Query, and open the file called General Data Transformation. Double click on this file, General Data Transformation. Once you have opened the file, please type number 2 in the chat. Type number 2 in the chat once you have opened the file. Good. Very good. Let's look at the data here. So this one will give us how we are able to handle some data transformation. I'm going to walk through 2 worksheets here, text transform and number transform. There are some projects here. These are the practices you are able to do it when we assign the time. So now let's go to the first one. Let's check the data on the text transform. What's so interesting or strange about this data? What's so interesting or strange about this data? Yeah, please type your observation in the chat. What's so interesting or strange? Capital not consistent, uppercase, lowercase, yes. Text not in proper way, inconsistent cap. Okay, good. Good, very good observation. And whenever we are doing some observation, that's very, very good. At the same time, if you want to bring your observation to the next level, something you could consider to use is ROCK, especially for the first 3 letters. And R, rectangle, okay, very good. So it has no blank rows, no blank columns, and it grows vertically. When it has new data, you add at the bottom. Very good. And doesn't have any merge cells. That's good. O, 1 cell, 1 data. Double check. This is 2 cells, is 1 data. So something we want to work on it. And same thing goes here. It should be have a 2 information, number, and the unit of measure. Something we want to work on it. And the next one is careful. It might have extra spaces in between. It might have some other things we are not seeing here. So we want to be careful. So this ROC. So now this one we have. No. Let's do something. We want to convert the data and the end result will be something like this. I want to know the original code. Make it as uppercase, lowercase, capitalize each word. That means the first letter of each word will be in uppercase. Subsequently, will be in lowercase. And count number of characters and get only the quantity. I want to split them. I only want to keep the quantity. And those they are not able to understand, make it as 0. That is the end result we want to have. Let's learn how we're able to do this together. Because this is a data from the same file, we want to convert into an Excel table first. So let's do this together. We go to Insert, and there's a button called Table. If you use your mouse to point, the shortcut key will be inside the parentheses or inside the bracket. That will be Control T. Very good. Let's go to Insert Table, and you'll notice the whole thing is selected. Very good. And the OK button has a slight different color surrounding it. What is this button called? It's a quick refresher for those of you who have attended online session. What is this called? Yes, it's called default button. Very good. Thank you, Chabin. Thank you, Siti. And how could we click OK button without using mouse? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Chabin. Thank you, Chayin. Chayin. Okay. Yeah, good. Okay, hopefully I get your name correctly. Good job. Okay. Shayin. Correct? Shayin. Okay, Shayin. Okay, good. learning language. So this is a default button. So that also means whenever you see the button with a different color and you want to click on that button, you can press enter. Same goes here. We press enter. Good. And what should I do immediately right after I'm creating an Excel table? What should I do? What should I do immediately after creating an Excel table? Yes, we want to rename. Thank you. Thank you, Chayan, Eileen, Yi Chi Kin. Yes, very good. Rename. So this is about text transform. Let's see what is the suggested name. Okay, let's change this one to table text data. Table text data. You change the name. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let's change the name. Table text data. If you're able to follow up to this one, please type number 3. And number 3, if you're able to follow up to this. Good job, good job. Well done, well done. After we have done this, only then we load this particular table into Power Query. Let's do this together. We go to data. We go to data. And okay, I know why need to rename the table. Very good question, Sophia. If you are not renaming the table, our table name, that will be table 1, table 2, maybe table 5, or some other names. This one, it looks okay if you want to do something like this one. This is only okay if you want to do something, build and throw. So that means you only need to do it one time. That's it. You do not need to reuse again. If you want to reuse again, it's better to rename because you could use formula later on to refer to the table by their name. So it makes the thing much more structured and much more organized rather than go by the random table 5. What's table 5? It's not easy to remember. That is only exception if you want to build and throw. So that means you will not reuse the file again. If you want to keep the file reuse again in the future, rename it. Okay. Can search. What do you mean search? I don't quite understand your question. Maybe you want to elaborate. Let's see. Do I have any sound? No sound. Okay. So let's continue for this one. Later on, I will show you the consequences if I'm not going for this one. Yes, if you want to search for the name, yes, okay. For example, I want to sum for the table name. You just can't TAB. Then it will show all the table name, press tab key. It select the entire table. This is how we normally select the table. If you want to go to specific column, you can go to a specific column like over here. Yeah, it will just go to that column. So this one we have covered in the morning session. Okay, that's good question. Write those questions down. Maybe towards the end, I will have a quick recap for some of the things we have covered in the morning session. Good question, Sophia. Keep the question coming up. So now we click one of the cell within the table, and just curious, how many of you are using Mac computer at this very moment to follow the learning? And how many of you are using Mac? If you're using Mac, please type Mac. If you're using Windows, please type Windows. I just want to know. Wow, we have 3 Macs here. What? What? See vibration. What? Okay, today we are focusing on the Windows because how Windows works is slightly different than the Mac. If you are working on Mac, okay, I will just give you 1 or 2 tips and then you just follow along. Okay, for the Mac. For the Mac, after you have done this one, remember to save the file first before continue for the Mac. Because this one is a struggle with control command. Yeah, no, okay. So this one, for the Mac, let me type on the screen. Mac. Okay. When you register, you don't see the name bracket Windows, man. Okay, can. Okay, since you are here, everything happened for the greater reason. Let's learn together. For the Mac, you need to save the file before load the data to Power Query. This is how Macs works slightly differently. For the Windows, you could load it directly without saving. For the Mac, slightly different. So maybe later on, I need someone to volunteer for the Mac so that I will invite you to share your screen to get your fellow Mac friends, how they're able to use it. And yeah, later on, for the Mac works slightly different. Windows is okay. Okay, just want to get someone to volunteer. If you're okay to share your screen, if you are using Mac at this present moment, if you're okay to share your screen later on, please type the wording share. If you're okay to help to share the screen, please type the wording share. I just want to get 1 or 2 person they are willing to share because I'm not using Mac at this present moment. And it's not easy for me to use 2 windows at this present moment. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Yuvanis. Hopefully I get your name correctly. Later on, I will invite you whenever I mention, okay, the Mac, please share, then you will share screen. Okay. Good. And for those of you are using Mac, please type thank you to Yuva because of the generosity, we are able to learn it together. Okay, please type thank you to Yuva. So back to here, Windows, we can go to data, and there's a button called load from table range. Mac don't have this one. Mac don't have this one. Only Windows have this one. Click from table range. And you will load to a place called Power Query Editor. The loading speed varies from one computer to another computer. It varies. So after you load for a while, you will see something like this appears on your screen. I load for a while. So now I want to invite Mac. Please share your screen. Hey, no one say thank you to Uva. What? Okay. For the Mac, especially for those are using Mac, for those of you are using Mac, you need to say thank you to Yuva because of the generosity. So you need to save the file first. Okay, wait a minute. You go to data. You go to data ribbon. Your one is not 365. Okay, let's click on the third button from the left. Your one is not 365. Only 365 inside Mac has it. The button from the left, new queries, new database queries. Your one don't have. I need to use 365. Any Mac user that using 365, and you are able to use it. You are unable to continue because of your version. Yeah, the version unable to do this one. Only 365 inside Mac able to use it. Okay, good. Let me temporarily stop here for a while. I have you to stop here. Okay. Any Mac user that are using 365, any Mac computer using 365. Okay, can. So maybe how about while waiting for the Mac user to respond, Hafiz, you want to share your screen? Yeah, Hafiz, share your screen. Don't wanna, then how? I'm not sure where you are. Like. Yep, please share your screen so that I'm able to assist you, yeah? Under data tab only has queries and connection. Okay, we have admin. Admin, you want to share your screen? Because I need to see your Excel version. Only 365. Turn back to rename. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. You want to press, open up the ribbon on the top. Okay. Yep. It's on your left side. Here. From here. First, you need to bring your cursor inside here. Cancel. Okay. Then you move this one. Go in. Move this one. Go in. Click inside here. Click inside here. Click inside here. Okay. Now you go to data. Yeah. From table range. Okay, good. Just click close, because it's just a different version, and it will bring you to a place called Power Query Editor. Got it? Yes. Okay. Thank you, admin. How about Hafiz? Got it? Very good. Sophia, what do you mean by turn back the rename the table name? We have done the rename the table. So what is your question, Sophia? Nope. Okay. If there's some other question, maybe later on. Okay. Mine keep loading. Keep loading maybe of your computer. I have Power Query Editor unable to edit on Excel. Ivy, you want to share your screen? Maybe your version is not activated. Maybe. You want to share your screen, Ivy? Whenever you have too many things to open, sometimes we might confuse ourselves. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Whenever we have opened the Power Query Editor, we can't click anything inside Excel. Until we close this Power Query Editor, only then we click Excel. When this is open, you cannot click Excel one. Okay, so now it's okay. It's normal. That's normal because this one is open. Good. And Sophia, to answer your question later on, yeah. Okay, any other question to load this one into Power Query? Hidayah, you say mine is keep on loading. You want to share your screen? Sometimes it's not because of keep on loading, because the string is already loaded, and just because Power Query is in a different screen, and we cannot go back to Excel. How to share is go to bottom of the screen you are looking at this present moment. Yes, a button called share, like up arrow key. Called share. Manage to find it? Yeah, go to bottom. You may want to open up bigger screen for your Zoom. And for the Mac user, because I don't see anyone is responding, they are using 365, so I will not able to guide you through. So for the Mac user, you just observe what's on the screen. We have another section just for the Mac, Okay, back to here. You are here. You go to data ribbon, and it's keep on loading. Because on the bottom is something called loading.NET framework. I'm just guessing, speculating, your Excel is half hanged. Yeah, you can see loading.NET framework. Maybe you want to end the task for Excel, and then you start all over again. Can I? Okay. Good. Okay, thank you. Good. What else? Now we are done. Hafiz, anything? Yep, you're inside Power Query Editor. That's okay. We haven't done anything yet. Yeah, it's okay. Good. So now we go back. This is a very common. Some people will say, hey, Tai, was so many questions. Yes, at the very beginning, it's very common. The more questions you have at the very beginning, you will be getting smoother towards the end. Okay, so now it's very common because how we work in Excel is very different than how we work inside Power Query. Very, very different, huh? Very different. Okay. Here, let's see. Okay, good. So go over here. And this is for those of you have seen Power Query before, welcome back. For those of you seeing this one for the very first time in your life, welcome to the world of Power Query. So this one, let me walk you through what are the things inside here quickly. At least you know later on where could we find certain things. First, the home ribbon, it gives us the common things people do inside Power Query. For example, we could do the sorting. We could remove certain rows, keep certain rows. We could remove certain columns, keep certain columns. These are the common things. Or we could find and replace certain values in the column. So these are the common things people might be doing inside Power Query. Secondly, in the ribbon called format, format allows us to do more things inside. So this is called data transformation. And sometimes you hear this wording, data cleaning, data massaging, data cleansing, and many other wording. So basically, it just need to turn the data in one form into another form so that we are able to use the one at the end to do further work. Okay, so transform, it has a lot more things. For example, we could reverse the rows. We could split it. And we could change the format. We could fill the blanks. There are a lot of things here. Okay, later on, we will experience some of them. And sometimes we want to create our own calculation or our own formula. That is the time we have something called add column. Add column, we can add column by our own formula, by an example. That means we key in some sample data. Power Query will guess what is a formula is suitable for us. And sometimes we want to use the if condition inside here. Maybe we want to clone the column and a lot more things here. So this is allows us to add more column based on the data we have. And the next one is called view. Inside view, on the leftmost button, you will see there's a button called query settings. Let's click on the query settings repeatedly and observe any changes on your screen. If you click this one repeatedly, anything appears and disappears? Yeah, that's right. The one on the right side. When sometimes we want to have a bigger view of the screen, we might close this query setting. So when we close, this is the button for us to bring it back. This button to bring it back. Beside that, there's one thing you want to keep it on, is called formula bar. Formula bar. Sometimes it may be turned off. Now, by default, the setting is turned on. Formula bar allows us to work with the Power Query a little bit differently, and also it allows us to have greater flexibility. Later on, you will experience what does mean by flexibility. If I'm able to follow up to this one, the one just on the top, please type number 4. And number 4, if I'm able to follow. And I'm reading some question. Okay, that's a question by Jenny. Is it a must in a table to load to Power Query? Yes, thank you, Wendy, for responding. Yeah, it is recommended because if we are not, this is even though you are not using the table, Power Query will automatically turn the data you have selected with the same file. You will automatically create a table. Even though you do not want to, it will auto create a table with a random name. It could be table 5, table 20, you have no idea. So rather than leave it by chance, we did it by choice. We decide the name so that it's easier for us to find the name later on. Okay, good. Okay, is there any difference between query compared to Power BI? They are similar. They are similar. Thank you, Izzat. There is another thing called Power BI. That's a good question. That's a good question. Let me give you an answer. There's something called Power BI. Another one is called Excel. Excel. Power BI is great for visualization and also report distribution. Report distribution means it's able to share the report to a certain people where they have certain permission to look at certain data. So it's very, very powerful. Excel is just like semua pun boleh punya lah, semua pun boleh, pun boleh. Okay, and this is a file based, so it is unable to have a centralized control. Not easy, not easy. There are ways. It's file based. Between them, they have something in common, which is called Power Query and also Power Pivot. That's whenever we are doing some data transformation, we could do it inside Excel and also inside Power BI. They have the same thing. At the same time, after we transform, we could load the data to a data analysis that is called Power Pivot. They are having something similar as well. Yeah, something similar. So in short, whatever thing you are learning at this present moment, it allows you to use in two places, Power BI as well as Excel. The only difference with Excel and Power BI is Excel, it stores the data within itself. It can load it into Power Query. Meanwhile, Power BI doesn't store the data by itself. It stores the data outside of the file, or we could key in the data directly into Power Pivot. Slightly different. So that's slightly different. So in short, they are similar, highly similar. So let me see any other question I missed out. May I know what is the difference between Excel and Query? What do you mean Excel and Query? Query is a different context. Which context you are referring, Sophia? Okay, you want to know, is there any limitation of data volume when transforming into Power Query? Okay, thank you, Lai Yiting. So there's a limitation. What is the limitation? In Excel one worksheet, yes, 1 million plus rows. That's it. So that's the limit. Meanwhile, Power Query doesn't have a limit as per se. I could load over 20 million records inside here. As long as I don't bring the result back to Excel, I'm okay with that. Power Query is okay with that. So the limitation-wise compared to Excel is greater. It's greater, okay. What else? Like business object crystal report. Business object crystal report, I have long time not using that. I'm not quite sure what does that mean. It has something similar. I used crystal report quite some time back, very long time ago. Okay. Yeah. What else? Thank you, Wendy. Okay, good. Done. So let's come back here. Over here at the bottom, you will see there are three panels. The one on the left, it shows something called queries. It's just something like worksheet in Excel. We use worksheet, one tab to store different data. Here, we load the data from different sources. It will just group them together in a place called queries. And based on the queries we have selected, it will show what are the steps it is available. It will show on the side. And based on the step we have selected, it will show how the data looks like. Yeah, so they are interrelated. When we are inside here, we could choose to collapse, to hide it or bring it up, or we could resize it, make it smaller, make it larger. We could resize it. Same goes with the other side. We could resize it, make it larger, make it smaller. Okay, can I? For those of you who are able to follow up to this one, please type number 5. As a quick walkthrough. Later on, we will actually using this one. We are actually using this one. Okay, good. Any question I miss? If I miss any question, please let me know. Please let me know, yeah? Good. So now we want to do something here. And I want to combine these two columns together. In Excel, what is the function we could use to combine these two columns together? Let's see how many of you know this one. How could we combine two columns, two text data together? Yes, thank you, Ivy. We could use ampersand. We could use concatenate. We could use concat. Any other functions? We could use ampersand. We can use text join. This one is in 365. Yep, good job, good job. Yeah, ampersand, it looks something like this. Ampersand, yep. So over here, it has similar effect. The name is called combine column. Combine columns. It will be based on how and the sequence of we select the column. It follows the sequence. Let's do this. I select the first one. If I want to select until the end, including the one in the middle, I will be holding Shift key. Holding Shift key, it means continuous selection. If I want to have only independent selection, I hold down Control key. So that means individual selection. So if I want to select from the very beginning until the end, I click this one first time, hold down Shift key and click. It will select until the end. Okay. So if I say I want to select only these two columns, I select this first column, hold down Control key and click on this column. It will only select that column, only between these two columns. Whatever in between, it will not included. So it depends on your purpose, yeah? Yeah, I'm sharing the screen. Am I sharing the screen? Yes. Yeah, I'm sharing the screen. Let me double check. Yeah, I can say I could see my own sharing screen. Yeah, it's here. Thank you. Thank you for responding. So now we select the first one, and either you could use the Control key or Shift key because they are side by side. There's no difference, either one of the key, and click on the text part number 2. Click. Okay. So the two column is selected. Right click one of the headers. Right click one of the headers, and there is something called merge columns. Merge columns. Click on the merge columns, and it will ask us for two things. One is the separator, and the second one is a column name. The separator is we want to use space between the text. We want to have a space, and the column name that will be code text. You could use space in between them. Uppercase, lowercase is okay. Code text. After you have done, you could press enter or click OK. Press enter or click OK. Yeah. After that, you notice you will have a new column. Ta-da! If you're able to follow up to this one, please type number 6. Yeah, it works. Good job, good job. Yeah. Forgot to rename. It's okay to rename. There are two places to rename. You could change the name. Later on, now you just continue. Now you continue. If you make some mistakes, it's okay. Later on, I will show you how to do the correction if I've forgotten to change the name. Later on. Now you just continue, Cecilia. Any Loss. Okay, no, okay, good. Okay. So now we have done this part. The next thing is we want to make some mistakes and so that you know how to fix it. Whenever we learn something new, some people, they have a fear. I don't want to make mistakes. Whenever it's make mistakes, it's sinful. I'm stupid lah. I'm dumb lah. All these things. No. Whenever we make mistakes, when we are learning something new, it helps us to remember a little bit better. So now mix the mistakes together. Presume I accidentally delete the column quantity. Accidentally delete the column quantity. Let's click on the quantity. And you right click on the header, quantity, and choose remove. Choose remove. And you will only have one column. Sophia, you say you can't see merge. You want to, okay, let's see. Undo. Now I'm talking about undo. Okay, Sophia, you want to share your screen? I want to see how could I assist you, Sophia. And for those of you, if you are able to remove the column quantity, please type number 7. At number 7, if you are able to remove the column quantity. Yeah, Sophia, if you need support from me, yeah, you need to share your screen. Remove, okay, good. Let's see. Okay, there's no response from Sophia. Okay, can. Now let's continue first until Sophia comes back. So now we are here. Usually, if we make a mistake in Excel, what do we do? If we make a mistake in Excel, what do we do? Some people will find this icon, this kind of icon. Okay. Yeah, this is called undo. Wow, very fast. I am about to ask what is a shortcut key. Shortcut key for undo is Control Z. Okay, that's undo. Look at the screen for Power Query. Could you find the undo button? Anywhere. Usually the undo button is on the top left corner, usually. Do you find any there? No, right? Cecilia say apply step. Is there something with this button in the apply step? I don't see any. How to remove? Just right click on the header and choose remove. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we don't see this button at all. We have a few pro in the room. Chia Yi say Dada. Okay. Jenny say that's X. Yeah, how to undo? Whatever thing we do in the middle here, this is recorded. Whatever step we don't want, just remove the step. So let's go to last one, remove column. There is a button, the X, remove it. This is how we remove or how we undo. Okay, good. So now you got it. And if let's say in Excel, we accidentally undo too many steps. In Excel, we have a button called redo, right? It looks something like this one. That means we undo what we have undone. It's called redo. The shortcut key is Control Y. Inside here, were you able to see this button? How? No. Yes, yeah, no. I install. Okay, good. There is no redo. Control Y also doesn't work. Control Y also doesn't work. So what will you do? Literally redo the step. Yes, there is no way for you to undo what you have undone. So literally you need to redo that step. So this is how undo and redo behaves. Yeah, no redo lah, just literally redo lah. Reopen also cannot lah. Because I have not saved the file yet, ma. So nothing, okay. Some people will cry. Don't cry lah. Small matter. If you want to cry to release or to detox, okay one. Cry for a while, then wipe and continue to the work. Okay. Can. So now we are having here. So let's undo and just remove the last step. Just to make sure you have 3 columns, yeah. 3 columns. And for those of you, you have just installed 365, just wait for a while for the next step. Continue again. So make sure you have these 2. If you have these 2, please type number 2 in the chat. Okay, good. So in normal Excel, we want to clone the column. We just copy and paste. Over here, there are many ways to get the similar result. So the method I'm sharing with all of you is a little bit easier that could be achieved using mouse. Not very optimum, that's not very performance optimized, but it get the job done. So at least we get the job done first, and then we optimize. Okay, how to remove 1 column, 1 row only. So if you want to remove specific column, depends. If I want to remove the column with this name, I could filter. If you want to remove a column, just right click on the top lah. Okay, Hidayah. 1 column and 1 row. So depending on which row you want to do. Later on, we will do that as well. Later on. So now over here, we want to clone. Let's see how many columns we need to clone. And we want to make it as uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, and get the total number of characters. So I want to clone this column 4 times. Let's duplicate code text 4 times. Right click on the header. Right click on the header, yeah. On the header, just right click. There is a button called duplicate column. Do it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do it 4 times. Do it 4 times. After you have done, please type number 3 in the chat. Duplicate 4 times. Just use the mouse, right click, duplicate, right click, duplicate. Good. At the same time, you notice there are 4 steps added here as well. Can duplicate again. Yep, just go to the column code text, right click, and there's a button called duplicate. There's an option called duplicate. Just go over here. Just right click on the header. Header is this part. Just right click on the top. Okay, good. Before we continue, we want to rename the header before we start doing the data transformation. Just now we want to have uppercase, lowercase, capitalize each word, and also length. Length means number of characters, including spaces and invisible characters. So that will be the length. To change the name, we just use the mouse, double click on the header. Just double click. Double click, and this one we make it as uppercase. And the next one is lowercase. Third one is capitalize each word. Sophia, can I wait? So let me finish this part. And the last one is called length. Uppercase, lowercase, capitalize each word, and length. If you're able to follow up to this one, please type number 4. Type number 4 if you're able to follow up to this one. At the same time, I want to invite Sophia to share your screen. Yeah, Sophia. Okay. You just right click on the, because you have selected 2 columns. You notice how you've selected 2 columns. Just select 1 column, right click and duplicate. Very good. And do that for another 3 times. Another 2 more times. Very good. One more time. Okay. Now we rename, double click on the first column, the second column is called uppercase. And go to next one, double click, lowercase. Lowercase. And next one is capitalize each word. Just double click. Very good. Capitalize each word. Okay, and the last one is called length. Okay, very good question from Ivy. Later on, I will answer your question, yeah? Okay, done. So this is what you have done since we are on this screen. Sophia, so now I want to invite you to continue. Go back to the uppercase one. Uppercase. Right click on the header for uppercase. Can I? Okay. Maybe the internet not so strict. Okay. It's okay. Let me come back to our screen. So Sophia, that's a good question. Take pause for a while. I will answer after this. So now we want to do something called data transformation. And these are the text data. I want to make it as uppercase, lowercase, all these things. Just go to the uppercase, right click, whatever transformation we want to do with the text data, you can be found inside transform. If this is number, it's also transform. If this is a date, also transform. A lot of things is just right click on the header and go and investigate transform. Guess which one is suitable for us to convert the data for this column to uppercase. Obvious lah. Hello, it's called uppercase. That's that, right? Yes, thank you, Chavit. Why am I asking so stupid question? Okay, no. Okay, that's me. Okay, the uppercase is here. Just right click and choose that one. Good, and the rest will be similar as well. Yeah, please do the remaining on your own. Once you have done, please type number 5 in the chat. Once you have done, type number 5 in the chat. Very good. Some of you are very, very fast. Very good. Good job. Good job. Well done. Okay, now we have done this part. Okay, next thing. I want to load this whole thing back to Excel. And Excel will be based on what are the things we have gone through. Based on the very last step, you will bring this whole thing back. I want to bring this whole thing back to Excel. So there are a few ways to bring the data back to Excel. The common one is go to a new worksheet. It will load this thing into a new worksheet. Or we could, the uncommon one, not so common, we could load directly to pivot table. So that means this thing is not necessary to show on the screen in Excel. Not necessary. Another method we could load as a connection. That means whatever thing I'm doing now is not final. I don't want to send the data to any of them. So it's not final yet. So there'll be load as a connection. Okay, so these are the possible way. For now, we load this to an Excel in a brand new worksheet so that we could see the data on the screen. To do this, we go to home. There is a button called close and load. On the leftmost button, it has 2 parts. One is on the upper half, one is on the lower half. If you want to straight away load this to Excel, just click on the upper half, close and load. Let's click close and load, upper half. And let's wait for a while and bring the whole thing back to Excel. Okay, good. Thank you, Wendy, for answering Ivy's question. Use Power Query when your data gets too big or massive for normal Excel. And with Power Query, any text here, one click or refresh to run all the steps. Yes, very good. Okay. Mickey, I'd like to invite you to share your screen so that I could repeat that step on your computer. Okay, Mickey, share your screen. Yeah, to share your screen is go to middle bottom of your Zoom. If the Zoom is smaller screen, you want to make it bigger first. Yep, Wendy answer Ivy's question beautifully. So that means if you have a lot of steps and you want to use Power Query to handle the data, especially the end result you want to have is something is easy for you to analyze, particularly using ROCK framework. Okay, good. And Mickey, are you here? Calling once, calling twice, calling 1.5. Okay, now we have another one. Yeah, okay, like Sophia. Yeah, just close and load. And you will load to a new Excel worksheet. Yep, good. Yeah, Mickey, just click close and load, close and load. And on the left side. Good, good. Okay, thank you, Sophia, for sharing your screen. Now we could go back to our place. Up to now, any questions? Up to now, any questions? We do not need internet to run Power Query, Cecilia, not necessary, provided all the data is in the local computer. And just for your information, we could use Power Query to connect to online. For example, and just curious, how many of you need to get the data from Bank Negara or the petrol price, the exchange rate, all these kind of things? How many of you need to do this one? Type me if you need to do, if you need that kind of data. Okay, thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Hafiz. Usually, when you need this kind of data, something online, you go online, copy paste in Excel, right? That's normal, right? Actually, inside Power Query, we can go to get data from file. There's something else is here, not here. From web, you could get the data from web. Yeah, not necessary. You can get this one. And just for your information, in our Malaysia, we have data.gov.my. It has open data, some open data. For example, petrol price. They will update on a weekly basis. The Forex, they will update on every working day, 4 p.m. They will update that. It's not live. It just update on the 4 p.m. every day. Yep, it's very, very useful. Their API, you could connect. So that means next time you just need to refresh and your data is done. That's it. That's very, very useful, this one. Good. Yep, hopefully address your question. And do not get new worksheet. Okay. Let's invite. There's a question. We have a lot of questions. It's a good question. Ivy say you do not get a new worksheet. What do you mean? You want to share your screen so that we are able to learn from you? But the price is not today's topic. You could go to data.gov.my. Yes, an API that allows you to grab the data. Oh, you haven't close and load. Yeah, you close and load on the left side. Close and load. Because you choose as a connection. Wow, you are a few steps ahead of me lah. Wow, you are talented. You are given one. Okay, now, let's do this. Let's do this. Because don't go WhatsApp lah. Okay, focus. Okay, you can see I have two things here, right? Two things here. Because you load the same thing twice. Delete one of them. Just go over here, right click and delete. Right click, delete. Yeah, delete. Let's go over here, right click again, and choose load to. Then you ask you what you want to load to. This is the time you say table. Okay. Let's wait for a while. It will load to a new worksheet. Okay, good. This one doesn't have any things. Later on, we will bring it back. Okay, now at least you know this a few things. Okay, can. Good. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Ivy. Hey, focus lah, this one. You cannot chit chat to other people and still continue this one. You need to focus a little bit, especially at the very beginning. Especially at the very beginning. And so far up to now, any question? Any question up to now? Can. Good lah, no question. Okay, good. And just now what we have done, we load the whole thing into an Excel. And what if I want to make some adjustment for that particular Power Query? And usually it's very common. We will not able to, usually we will need to have test out few rounds to get the data we are looking for, usually. So one round, not correct. I want to go back. Then how? We do not load the data again. We do not load it again. We want to go back to Power Query and do the adjustment. Okay. Before that, admin, you want to share your screen? Just quickly hand the admin. Because it's load into queries and setting. Okay, admin. Your name is admin, man. Hey, you have the data, ma? Correct. You have the data. The data is already loaded here. Yeah, correct. You have 5 rows loaded. That's correct. Okay. Good. So there's no changes required. And let's go back here. I'm going to show you few methods of going back to Power Query Editor. Later on, you can pick and choose one or two methods that you prefer. One or two, not only one or two methods that you prefer to use. So let's go back here. In the Power Query, if I click outside, the wording queries will disappear. If when you click inside, the queries will appear. Got it? So let me do it again. Click outside, the queries disappears. When I click inside, the queries appears. Make sure you click inside. If you click outside, it doesn't work. Then we go to queries, and we go to the leftmost button, edit. Click on the edit, it will bring us to Power Query Editor. Please type number 2 if I'm able to follow up this one. Okay, so this is the first option. Close this Power Query Editor without saving. Just close this one. Just close, Okay, just close. Second method, second option. We go to data. There is an option called queries and connection. Let's click on that queries and connection repeatedly. Let's click on this one repeatedly. You will see something appears and disappears. Okay. After you have opened this one, you go towards right side over here. Double click here. Yep. Thank you, Pang KS. Yes, you are right. You could just go to queries and connection, double click over there. Yeah, let's double click. And it brings us to Power Query Editor. Then if I'm able to follow up to this one, please type number 3. Type number 3 if I'm able to follow up to this. Good job, good job. Well done, well done. So now we have done this. No changes. We just close Power Query Editor. Just close it. Just close it. Okay, repeat. So now, whoever asked me to repeat, I need to invite you to share your screen. Ivana, share your screen. Yeah, go to middle bottom of your Zoom with the button up arrow key called share. Yeah, on your right side, it's very small over here. Double click here. You may want to widen this one. Widen this one. Make it bigger. Yeah. Double click. Yay. Okay. Good. So this is how we go back. This is a second method. Okay. Thank you, Ivana, for sharing your screen. Thank you for asking the question. So now we go back to our file. Okay. Let's see. So now we are here. We are here. Let's come back here. After this is the second option. Let me show you the third option. Third option is go to get data. Get data. And depends on your version. Depends on your version. If you can go to data, get data, depending on your version. Some version, you will see your launch Power Query Editor inside Combine Query. Some of you will see this one. Some of you will see Launch Power Query Editor is outside. Depends on your version. If you are using classic, a little bit classic version of Excel, you will see this. This is a little bit classic. So that means certain things, your Power Query may give you some unexpected behavior. So just be careful if your Power Query is inside Combine Queries. No matter which one you are in, click on Launch Power Query Editor. It will bring you back to Power Query Editor. So let me go this one. Launch Power Query Editor. So this is a third way to come back to Power Query Editor. If you're able to get this result, please type number 4. Good. Good job. Good job. Okay. So that's no changes required. And let's close this one. Let's close this one. So far, okay. You have 1, 2, 3. You have 3 methods. Some people will say, hey, Tai, is there any shortcut way? Yeah, shortcut. Yes, it has a shortcut. It's a shortcut. This one is only for the newer Power Query, newer Power Query, particularly about 365. The other version I have not tested. I'm not quite sure. To launch Power Query Editor, hold down the alternate key and press F12. Some computer requires you to press alternate function F12. Whenever I'm sharing, I will ignore the function because the function depends on your keyboard design. The actual thing is alternate F12. Okay, you press this one, see whether you are able to get it work. If yes, that means you are on the newer Power Query. If no, it's okay. At least you have 3 ways to get back to the Power Query. If I'm able to get this one, please type number 5. If you do not get this one, it's okay. Just a different version. It's okay. Good job. Well done, well done. Well done, good job. So we have done this part. So now we want to go back here. I realized my data, I've forgotten the quantity. I want to get the quantity only showing the number. I got calculator. Huh? What do you mean calculator? Okay. Okay, so no idea? Okay, never mind. So now I want to go back to Power Query Editor. I want to get the quantity alone. Whatever at the back, I don't want. I don't want. So let's go back to Power Query Editor. Just now we have three methods. Use whichever option you're okay with. Okay, I'm using keyboard shortcut. If you are back to the Power Query Editor, please type number 1. Type number 1 if you're back to Power Query Editor. Good. And now we want to move the quantity column towards the end. Yeah. So rather than having us to move the column manually by dragging the header, we could right-click on the header quantity. Right-click on the header quantity. Let's do this together. Right-click on the header quantity. Go to move. There's an option called to end. Move to end. So you will move towards the very end of the table. Yeah, move to end. If I'm able to move the column quantity towards the end, please type number 2. Type number 2 if I'm able to move the column quantity towards the end. Good job. Good job. So now we want to get only the number and ignoring the pieces, all these things. So between the number and the pieces, they are separated by a space. So whenever there's a certain separator, we could split the column. Yeah, we could split the column. To split the column, we just right-click on the quantity. Right-click on the quantity. And there's something called split column. Split column by delimiter. Delimiter means it has a certain fixed separator. Split column by delimiter. Then sometimes you will, based on data we have, it will auto suggest. And my computer still do not show this one. And usually it have a certain separator here. And it will show what it does over here. Okay. So let me close this one. And my computer is very interesting. Sometimes it shows the screen, sometimes it doesn't show. Okay, let's split the column by delimiter. And I don't, my computer unable to show the whole thing. And if I press enter, I'm able to split the data. Now you just press enter, you will split the data, yeah? Okay. If I'm able to split the data into 2 columns, please type number 3. Type number 3. Okay. Good. And we do not need the second column. We do not need the second column. So we could remove it. Right-click. Remove it. Remove the column. The last column, remove it. Only keeping the quantity. And the wording quantity.1 is not so meaningful. Let's double-click and change the name quantity. Change the name to quantity. Okay. If I'm able to get the name for the quantity, please type number 4. Type number 4 if I'm able to get up to this one. Okay, good job, good job. Well done. So now we want to load this thing back to Excel. What should I do? What should I do? Yeah, reorder column, you can just right-click on the header. And there's something called move to end. Okay, this is just in case you miss it. Thank you everyone for reminding me to bring this whole thing back to Excel. We go to home, close, and Low. Yes. Let's wait for a while. Let's wait for a while. Okay. So it has the quantity over here. If you're able to get this result, please type number 5. Okay, good job. Thank you, Cheyenne. Okay, thank you, Cheyenne, for saying, yeah, we could drag towards the end as well. Good. So far, any questions? Calling once. Any question? Calling twice. Any question? And sold. Okay, so there's no questions. It's my turn to ask questions. Okay, let's go to text transform. Let's go to text transform. And we are about to add a new record. Add a new record. And let's see, what is the things, the example? Just I have one example. And what is the data? Okay, yes. This is very interesting data. And okay, just do this. Mistakes are the don't have space at the end. Are the stepping stones to success. Okay, like this. So this is 12 pieces. Okay, thank you, Wendy. Yeah, you could copy and paste from the chat. Mistakes are the stepping stone to success, and 12 pieces. What to do with the now? Later on, later on. So if you are able to get this data in, please type number 6. And number 6, if you are able to get this data in, just manually copy and paste or type it. Yeah, the last one is split, Hafiz. The last one we split. Split the quantity by delimiter as a space. Split by delimiter. Split by split column. Then there's option called by delimiter. After that, you can just press OK. Good. So now we have gotten a new record. Before you go back to the previous worksheet, just make a guess. Before you go back, make a guess. Were I able to see the new record? New record. Yes or no? Make a guess before you click. Hafiz, let me finish this one first. Some say yes, some say no, some say refresh. Are you telling me or are you asking me? Okay. Let's see. Moment of truth. Let's click on the table, the result. Hey, don't have all. Nothing all. Yeah, told you lor. Excel, we need to work very hard one. Do it manually lah. Why use all canggih method? See, doesn't work lor. Padam muka lah. Yeah, need to refresh. Thank you for helping me refresh. There are a few ways to refresh. First, we could go to queries, refresh, or I could go to data, refresh all, or I could right click on the table and choose refresh. There are three options. One, we could go to data. When we go to queries, refresh, or we can go to data, refresh all, or right click on the table itself, any of the cell within the table, and refresh. When you refresh, ta-da, you get the data at the bottom appears. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I need to refresh. Yeah, some people message me, private message me, hey, need to refresh first. Okay, yeah, I know. Just now, drama only, drama. Okay, refresh this one for quantity. Okay, good. Um, let's see. Hafiz had a question. Enter. Yeah, just press enter. It will detect the separator. Okay, thank you, Shuhada. Thank you, Wendy, for responding to Hafiz's question. Thank you. So now we have done this part. Yeah, so nice. So nice. And some of you may miss certain things. That is perfectly okay. The next one is for you to practice. Let's go to project number 1. Project number 1. Okay. For those of you who have missed, never mind. I just add a new record myself. I added myself. So now, what everything just now is only starting. Let's do this afresh. Let's refresh. Project number 1. Do it on your own. First, later on, I will show you how to handle this one. At the meantime, I will show the mistakes I could be making or many popular mistakes people may be doing, and I will show you how to do the correction. After going through all the messy correction, I will show you the proper way of working. So this is to lay the foundation. Lay the foundation. Very, very important. Okay, so go to project number 1. I have prefix, first name, and last name. Combine 3 columns together with the separator of a space. And then make it as a full name and all in uppercase. Okay, so this is project number 1. And the table name is called table project 1. So to make you to experience a little bit stress, I'll put a timer. To get this whole thing done, you have maximum 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes, yeah? In between, if you need some support, please let me know. And for project 1, the time of 5 minutes starts from now. Yeah, need to load this whole thing and create an end result like this full name. Okay, how to rename? Just add the table and rename. Okay, how to rename? After you create an Excel table, make sure you click one of the cell inside. Table design, table name. It's inside here. Okay, so this is a place to rename. Okay, Sophia can. Okay, can. Let me stop. Okay, like Sophia. Click inside the table. Click inside the table. This one, Hafiz, we don't need to split. The split column is just, Sophia, click inside the table. You see the screen? Yeah. Then you go to table design. Don't need to scroll, Sophia. Just go to table design. Table design. Yeah, table name. Okay, good. From table, how to get into Power Query? Okay, very good. After you have created a table and you have changed the name, to load it into Power Query, you go to data. There is a button called from table range. Data from table range. Yeah, this is the place to load into Power Query Editor. Yeah, good. Dealing. Well done. Good job, good job. Yeah, give you a thumbs up, Lily. Okay, good. Yeah, you chicken, well done. Okay, you have 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Okay, Ivy, your one is a bit complicated because your name is not in a proper format. So Ivy, you want to share your screen? I will guide you through. And meanwhile, for the rest, you have 30 seconds. Whenever you rename, no space in between, no space, no space. Okay, Ivy, you want to share your screen? Yeah, very good. Xiaoyi, good job. Okay, Ivana, good job. Well done. Okay, let's see. So what is your question? You're not in the project one. In project one, this is the things you have added. Okay. Then you just refresh. Right click on the table, refresh. Okay, let me zoom in. Screen. You are the reasons for some more. Okay. Uh, Okay. Go to the data just now you have added. I'm speculating and you added something else. Are you in the project one or text transform? Text transform and you have two text transform. Okay, make sure you do the correct one. Okay, you got it. I think Ivy, you want to test my eyesight one. Okay, still can pass on. Okay, because you have two tables with the same name. That's why confusing. Okay, thank you, Ivy, for asking the question. Good. So let's see. How many of you have done? Chiayi done. Okay, good. Okay, a lot of people done. Got it. Shuhaida, refresh. Correct. Yes, Sophia. Good job. You have combined. And you want to make them as uppercase? Uppercase. Yep, got it. Okay. At the very beginning, it's memang like this one. It's very common, yeah. So now I'm going to show you all possible mistakes a person could do when they are loading the data into Power Query. Let me confuse your cow until you say enough is enough. Okay. Sometimes the pain is part of the learning. So I want to show you all the painful experience first. And sometimes just like I'm talking about myself. When my parents told me not to do this one, yeah, man. Okay, never mind. I'll do. Then when I bang the wall, I will remember the painful experience. So now I will show you all the painful experience. I show you only if you still want to bang the wall, it's okay one. It's okay. It's our own experience. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back. Okay, later I will go through one by one. Later I'll pick another project to go through. Okay. Usually, okay, let me type the usual thing. The usual step. Usual step is we create Excel table, we rename it, and then we load to Power Query. This is the usual step. This is the usual step. Some people say, I'm much more efficient. Could I just go straight to load into Power Query and ignore these two steps? Okay, so now you can see the difference. I ignore these two steps, just load it into Power Query directly. Answer is yes, with the term and condition applied. So let me show you the consequences. So this table in the project number 1, I have not created any Excel table. I just go straight towards data and use this load from table range. This is also a very common step people use in the YouTube videos. I'm not saying they are not good. I'm just showing this could be the potential hiccup. If I use this one, build and throw, perfectly normal. If I want to reuse again, big no-no, big no-no. So I'm showing use this build and throw method. Click on this one, it will create table. It still create table no matter what. When I click OK, it doesn't prompt me to rename the table. And my table name will be randomly given by Excel. In my current situation, the table name will be table 4. Next time, I could be table 5, table 10. I have no idea what is table name. So this one, it makes the thing a bit complex. Let's continue. Presume I'm not aware about this one. I click on name prefix, holding shift key and click on the last one. Right click on the columns, one of the columns. I choose merge columns. Merge columns. Click on the merge columns and it will ask me what is a separator and what is the column name. Separator I want to have between them is a space and the name will be full name. The new column name is full name. After that, click OK or press enter. And I want to convert this whole thing to uppercase. Right click, transform uppercase. Okay, everything good. So after that, I just go to home, close and load, bring the whole thing to Excel in the brand new worksheet. Everything looks okay. This method is good for build and throw. So that means I will not do this. I will not use this file again. So build and throw is perfectly okay. If I want to reuse this one over and over again, will the table name for, is this descriptive enough? Does it tell me what it does? No, it doesn't. So this is a tricky part. After I loaded this one, I realized I did not rename the table name correctly. So I have all this mess. I have 2 options here. Option number 1, redo the whole thing after rename. Okay. Or option number 2, adjust one by one. So now in order to let you see the consequences. I will adjust one by one. In between, you will feel total loss. You will feel total confused. That is perfectly normal because that's my intention to let you see the struggle. Okay, so now I just go to project number 1. First, I need to change the name. Call this table project 1. After I done this one, because just now you recognize this as a table 4, I need to go back to Power Query to change the name. After rename the table, go back to Power Query, editor, and I will see an error. Let's wait for a while. Yeah, it has error. I click go to error. And on the formula bar for the source, for the formula bar, it says it is looking for table 4. We have changed the table 4 to table project 1. So I need to adjust this one again. Project 1. Okay. And then I also want to change the name to project 1. So that it makes things a bit easier to remember. Once we have done, I can go close and load. Even though I have done all these things, when I go back to Excel, the worksheet name is still called table 4. Because this is only will rename first time when we are creating it. After that, any changes on the file, it doesn't know. So we need to adjust this one manually again. So there's a lot of adjustment required. Let me summarize this whole thing. Let me summarize. Before load the data to our query, first step, create an Excel table. Rename it. Only load to our query. Okay, so this is a step before we load this one. Okay, if you are able to find it, this one, okay, I will not ask you to respond because some people able to get it, some people not able to get it. Hey, how carry does not get refreshed by its own? It depends on the question. If you could set the timing for it to refresh on a certain timing or when you open the file. So let's go over here. This is the method we want to do later on. So some of you may have confused. You may have a lot of things in between. So let's do this together. Let's do project number 2 together. This is the proper way. Let's go to project number 2. Let's go to project number 2. If you're on the project number 2, type number 1 in the chat. Project number 2, type number 1 in the chat. We do it together. Project number 2. Here. What's the first step I need to do? So now we refresh our memory. What's the first step I need to do? Rename table. I haven't created table. How to rename? I know you're testing me. We need to create table first. Yes, table. We could press Control T, or I could just go to Insert Table. Control T, create table, enter. After that, what should I do next? What should I do next? Rename. Yes, thank you, Ivana. Thank you, Lai. Okay, good. Rename table. So this is table project 2. Table project 2. Let me zoom in. Is my name okay? Is my name okay? Table project 2. Yes or no? No. Why? Space. Yes, you are right. We could not have space. It doesn't allow us to have space on the name. Table project 2. After I have done, press enter. Yes. After I have created an Excel table and rename, what should I do next? To load this table into Power Query Editor. How to load it? We go to data. Then which button to click? Yeah, it's over here. From table range. From table range. Click on this from table range. it will load the table into Power Query Editor. If you're able to load the data into Power Query Editor, just double check, yeah. The name is called table project number 2, and you have loaded inside here. Please type number 2 if you're able to follow up to this one. Okay. Good. So now I want to combine these 3 columns together. My question now, is the way of selecting the column matters or it doesn't matter? Should I select from the beginning until the end or from the end until the very beginning? Does it matter? Yes or no? Just make a guess. Huh? No matters. Some say no. Okay, good. Some say yes, some say no. Okay, good. All of you, you do this one. You click on the name prefix, holding shift key, and click on the last name. For me, I will do in reverse. I click on the last name, holding shift key, and click on the name prefix. And from the bottom, go to the front. Yours from the front, go to back. So, and then we could compare. After that, right click on one of the headers. Choose merge columns. When we choose merge columns, it will ask us what is the separator and what is the new column name. Separator is space and the column name is called full name. Separator is a space and the new column name is called full name. Once you're done, press enter or click OK. Double check the result between yours and mine. Are they the same or different? Difference, yes. Why? I select all 3 columns, same what? Why cannot? The ballet, I thought the same thing on I select 3 columns, okay, what? You select from the first column to the last column. I select from the last column to the first column. Same 3 columns, why cannot? Yeah, the sequence. Yes, you are right, City. The sequence. Yeah, Cecilia said the ballet. Yeah. Okay, I make a mistake. Yeah, okay, then. How to undo? I don't see any undo here. How? How to undo my step? Redo. X on the merge. Oh, yeah, over here, there's an X on the merge. So this is to remove the step. This is how we undo inside Power Query. So let's remove the last step. So now I learned my lesson. The way how I select the column really influence the final result. So I click on the name prefix, holding down my shift key, and click on the last column, last name. And then I let go of my shift key, right click on the header, merge columns, and the separator is a space, and the new column name is called full name. After that, press OK. Now it works. Very good. And I want to change the full name to uppercase. Please teach me how to get the full name to uppercase. How to change the full name to uppercase. I want to duplicate using same column can Boss say they want to duplicate Oh yeah, right click on the header, transform. Which one to pick? Upper, lower, which one? Oh, upper lah. Uppercase, upper lah. Okay, uppercase. Click on uppercase and ta-da! Okay, let's wait for a while for it to refresh. Good. Good job, good job. Hey, wait a minute. The first letter we don't want there. Yeah, huh? And they are having a different character. So how? So we trim cannot work lah. Trim is only work on the space. Yes, punk KS, yeah, we could split by position. Split by position. Go to the full name, right click on the top, split column by position. Split column by position. And it will ask you how many position you want to split. You just split. Let me see. Can I do this? No. Split one character. Split one character. When you split by position, it will ask you how many character. You type number 1. After that, you press enter. You're able to split into this way. Something like this. Split by position, then hang. My one is not hang. My one is totally blank. The screen is blank. I was not able to see anything, but I key in something, I enter, it works. Hey, okay. Just key number 1 and press enter. It's not hang, it's not hang. If you go here, right click, transform, split column by position. Somehow the thing is not moving. Actually, it's not hang. It's just not showing the things on the screen. You go to the upper right corner, click over here, it will close it. Or you could just type number 1 and then you press enter. Type number 1 and press enter. It works. Don't need to enter. If you panic, you can just close this one and then redo again. When you redo, just type number 1 and press enter. Oh, if you have this kind of situation, Chiayi, sometimes you have a special character, sometimes doesn't have character. There's the things you can use. There's a different way of working. Can one? There's something called add column from example. Okay, if that it doesn't work, never mind. Just close this one. If the thing doesn't work, it's okay. Let it go, let it be. So we just want to know what is possible first, because we have some other example. Hopefully, I could cover that one as well. So now we have done project number 2. Either the first letter is still there or not there, it's still okay. Still okay. We go to home, close and load. Home, close and load. Bring the whole thing back to Excel. Close and load and bring the whole thing back to Excel. If you're able to see the name in this way, please type number 5 in the chat. Okay. Good job. Well done. So now we have learned quite a number of things inside here. And some of you may feel a bit overwhelmed. Some of you may feel a bit excited. And no matter what, it's a time for us to relax for a while before we continue. So we go for 10 minutes quick break, 10 minutes quick break. And after 10 minutes, we will continue. I will see which one is suitable. I will see which one is suitable. Because we have only about 1 hour, less than 1 hour. Yeah, we have about less than 1 hour. Thank you, Wendy, for the code. Yeah, Hidayah, that's a valid question. It's not hanging. Sometimes it's not hanging. It just doesn't show the things on the screen. I believe you are using 365. 365 have this small hiccups recently. Yeah, 365 had this one. So now we go for a 10 minutes quick break. We will continue after 10 minutes. So if you have some other question you're not quite sure, you feel free to ask. We may want to scope this one down a little bit just to make sure you're comfortable to experiment with Power Query. Just to make sure you are comfortable. Okay. Yeah, 365 is that kind of thing. Now it's also 365. Okay, good. So we go for a 10 minutes quick break. We will see you in 10 minutes time. Enjoy your break. We will start in 1 more minute. And before we resume, we want to take a group photo as a memory to this very good session, and we have close to 100 people in the room. Just now it was higher, and now it is a bit lower. Attending training online is not easy, particularly over the weekend. We will continue in 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hey, Hafiz, you are driving. Okay, good. So now let's turn on your camera for a group photo before we continue. Yeah, now it's the time for you to turn on your camera. Okay, yes, this morning or the recording will be shared in the group, yeah? Will be shared in the group. Let's see. Okay, on my screen, I have 3 pages. I have 3 pages. Let's wait for a while. Okay, now I can see more human. Just now I only see black boxes. Okay, let's wait for another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay. Okay, look at your camera lens, not your monitor. Look at your camera lens. And so that you put a big smile and you will have a good group photo, a nice group photo. Hey, more and more are turning on their camera. Okay, so I'm on my first page and smile. Okay, let's see. Again, I see someone blinks. Okay, smile, don't blink first. Okay, this is the first page. Let me paste it somewhere. And on the second page, and smile. Okay, good. And one more page. I come back to the first screen again, first page again, because I noticed some people, they turn on the camera. Okay, go back to first page and smile. Okay, good one. So now we have about 45 minutes. So I want to use this session to give, maybe we make it like Q&A that will make you to see what is possible. Because Power Query just now is just giving you a head start. I overly prepared, yeah, overly prepared. Yeah, just ask a question, and some of the question okay, Ivy asks, can I understand that I should use Power Query for auto data update rather than having a younger exec only need to pump in the data? Yes, you're right. Yeah, data transformation, you could do the whole thing repeatedly. So there's a why we want to learn this one. So let me share with you this thing. In the Power Query here. Where is the thing? I'm looking for my slide. Let's wait for a while. This is the one. The reason why we want to use or we want to learn Power Query is because of these 3 reasons. Later on, based on some of your example or question, I will be able to share 1 or 2 tips just to demonstrate this is possible. The first one is reusability. I doing the report, I want to use it again and again. I do not want to build and throw. A lot of time, people, whenever they are working with the data, they are doing build and throw. What does that mean? If I'm doing a weekly report, I download the data from server and I do some data processing, add column, remove all these things. Once it's done, I submit the report. And the next following reports, similar report, I download the data again and do the similar work again and submit. So that is called build and throw. I do not inherit any formula I created in the previous reporting cycle. So it's a lot of wastage of the time. So by having Power Query allows us to build it to make it reusable again and again. And second reason why we want to learn Power Query is scalability. It's a very common, sometimes our report will have more and more report files, or more and more tabs, or more and more columns, or more and more rows. So these additional things, usually people have no idea they will need to do it again and again. So by using Power Query a little bit differently, we are able to make the thing reusable. For example, I can have multiple files placed in a single folder. So when the next refresh, I would just go to open my file and click a button, refresh all, and job done. So it's called scalability. And the third one is called maintainability. It means when the requirements changes, maybe the data file changes, maybe the column changes, maybe the things I want to filter changes. I do not need to redo the whole thing, only adjust a certain steps and job done again. So it's minimal adjustment. So these are the three main reasons why we want to learn Power Query. Because of reusability, scalability, and maintainability. Okay, so this is the things I want to add on something extra. So now, any other scenarios that you want me to share? So that's one question received from who? Let's see. It's a private message, so I will not mention the name. Yeah. You have combined 3 different files into a single Excel file. And usually people will copy and paste. And this one has a file A is a total sales by month. File B is a daily sales by month. And file C is a sales listing with transaction. Okay, so this one is possible, could be done. And because it's 3 different set of data, how they join together will be very, very different. Give me some time. I prepare sample data. Okay, let me prepare a sample data so that I will send the sample data towards the chat, and then we all are able to do it together. So let's wait for a while. While waiting, could someone sing a song? No, man. Just like when we make a call, when we are waiting, someone will be singing. The easiest one is a happy birthday song. Long. Heavy rain. My side is going to rain, is still okay. No matter how hard you sing, it's still okay one. Okay, I'm finding the file. Okay, this one is a bit interesting. Let me find something simpler one. Okay, I have these 2. Let me bring this up here. Okay, this will be very interesting. I will only able to do it once. Yeah. If you're able to follow, very good. If you're not able to follow, very good as well because we skip certain things in between. So this is multiple files. Let me zip the file and then send it towards the chat first. And when you're working with this one, I'm going to send, you need to unzip first. You need to extract all first. Okay, let's wait. Okay, let me. Oh, by the way, at the same time, while I'm working with zipping the file, for those of you, you want a copy, a free copy of Rock Your Data, this book, share in social media like LinkedIn on what is one thing you like the most about the session today. And also tag me plus tagging HRD Corp, because without HRD Corp initiative, we won't have a chance to meet each other. Okay, if you want to have this one, you can do this. Still got new file. Yeah, I just sent it over in the chat. For those of you, you want to follow, you follow. If you do not want to follow, just observe the screen. Yeah, this one I skip a certain level to let you see what is possible. Okay, so I'm going to share on the screen. I will just do it once. That's it. My boss is reminding me, hey, 45 minutes, enough time. Yeah, not enough. Okay. Okay. So now I have this file. For those of you, you are quite comfortable with Power Query, you follow along. For those of you, you are not so comfortable, just observe the screen. Just observe. You just get the logic. Okay. What else? Okay, for those of you, you have downloaded the file and you have extract all, please type number 1. Type number 1. After you have downloaded the files, extract all. Good. Good. So now let me explain how the data looks like. I go to data file. Data file. It has 3 files here. Let me open. You do not need to open. I just see the screen first. You do not need to open. Let me open here. The file here is a little bit interesting. It has certain headers that we do not need, and it has the blank and merging here. I want to get the data down, plus the date is not in the correct format. So I need to do some cleanup here. And this is the first file, is called batch number 1. If I go to batch number 2, okay, it will have similar structure, just different data. Batch number 2 will have different data here, different number of records, and I want to combine them together. And instead of manually copy and paste one by one and correct the dates one by one, we could use Power Query to do it for us. So in order to avoid confusion with the previous Power Query, open a new Excel file. Open a new Excel file. We want to import into this new Excel file. The keyboard shortcut to open a new file is Control-N. If you are able to open a new Excel file, please type number 2. Type number 2 after you have opened the Excel file, new Excel file. Good. This one only works for Windows. Yeah, Mac will be slightly different. Okay, let's go back here. Go to the folder, exercise folder. Make sure you double click, go to the data. Double click, you go to data. Inside data, use your mouse, click on the blank area on the address bar. Not pointing on the name. If you point on the name, you will see a light gray shadow surrounding the name. Not pointing on any name, just click on the blank area. Click once, and you will highlight the entire folder location. Copy, Control-C, or right-click copy. After that, press Escape. After that, press Escape. Let me repeat again. Click on the blank area, click once, copy, Escape. Okay. After you have copied the file path, Go back to Excel. We go to data. Go to data. Get data. Get data. From file, from folder. Choose the last one. From folder. Click on the from folder. Then you ask you where is the folder. Did not find them, just paste it whatever you have copied just now. Just paste whatever you have copied and press enter. If you are able to see something like the data folder here and blank inside, please type number 3. Type number 3 if you are able to get up to this one. Okay, never mind. If you are unable to follow, just observe the screen. Just observe the screen. Because of the timing, I'm only able to afford do it once. Okay. Okay. And you will see nothing inside here because there are no subfolder inside the data folder. So therefore, you see blank. And click open. Click open. And it will show us how many files in it. You will see how many files in it. By right, I should be able to see 3 files. If you are seeing 3 files like me, please type number 4. Type number 4 if you are able to see 3 files. If you see more than 3 files, maybe you have opened one of them. Maybe you have opened one of them. Usually it's only 3 files. After you have opened 3 files, very good. Then we go to the, let's see. We click on the combine, on the first button, there's something called combine. We choose combine and transform data. Combine and transform data. Click on this one, combine and transform data. It will bring you to Power Query Editor. Power Query Editor. And if you're able to get into Power Query Editor with a lot of queries on the left side, type number 5. So now I'm loading. It will take a while to load, yeah, depending on your computer speed. Before that, okay, it should ask you to select the worksheet. Just click on the score. Click on the score. After that, click OK. It will bring you to Power Query Editor. Click OK. It will bring you to Power Query Editor. Once you're inside Power Query Editor, type number 5. Okay, thank you, Cecilia. Thank you, Liling. Chia Yi. Okay, City. Good. Oh, your computer is faster than me. Good, eh? Good. Nice. My one is still loading. Newer version, you need to click on the worksheet score. Yeah, there are a lot of things on the side. So you're able to see something like this one. Number 5, yes. Many of you are here. For Gatling, you just need to click on the score. On the left side, click on the score and click OK. After that, there's a button called Transform and Combine. There are only 2 things we need to do over here. One is called Transform Sample File. Another one is called Data. Transform Sample File is individual processing for the file. After all the file processed, they will combine together. This is the place we will do it. So now we will do it at once, one time only. Follow closely. For those of you are able to follow up to this one, you continue. For those of you cannot, never mind. Just observe the screen. This is to let you see it is possible. Okay. Click on the Transform Sample File. Click on the Transform Sample File. After you click on the Transform Sample File, go towards the right side, remove the last step, Promoted Headers. remove the last step, promoted headers, and you will see it only has 2 steps with the data like this. If I'm able to get this one, please type number 6. Pen number 6, if I'm able to follow up to this one. Very good. Over here, the first 3 rows, they are not part of the data we are looking for. We want to remove top rows. Let's go to the home. Remove rows. Remove top rows. When you click remove top rows, it will ask us how many rows we want to remove from the top. Just type number 3 and press enter. So the top 3 rows are gone. If I'm able to follow up to this one, please type number 7. Good. And the very first row, I want to use as the header name. Rather than column 1, column 2, column 3, I want to use first row as the name. So we want to use first row as headers. Let's go to transform. Let's go to transform. Second button from the left. Use first row as headers. Use first rows as headers. And you will notice the header name changes and the first row disappears. If you're able to get this one, please type number 8. Okay, good job. And you will notice Alpha, there's a lot of now underneath. Bravo, there's a lot of now. Charlie also, there's a lot of now. Inside Power Query, now means blank. Now means blank in Excel. So that means it has a now because of the merging. The first one, only the first one has a data, the one at the bottom doesn't have it. So this is the time we want to fill the data down. Based on the first one, we copy downward. So this is called fill down. Fill down. Right click on the team header. Let's go to the first column. Right click. Fill. It has the option fill up or fill down. Let's choose fill down. Fill down. And you will see the alpha, it will fill down to all the now. Same goes for the Bravo and Charlie. If I'm able to get this thing done, please type number 9. Type number 9 if I'm able to get this thing done. Very good. Good job. Good job. This is all the steps we have done up to this one. It will be used to process individual files in that folder. Everything will be using this step. So now, after the whole thing process, you combine together in a query called data. Let's click on the data. Let's click on the data. If you're on this data query, you will see an error like this one. Please type number 1 if you see an error, something like this. That means you're perfectly on the right track. Type number 1 if you're over here. Very good. So what we need to do, because the column link has changed, the last step is no longer valid. Let's remove the last step. Delete the last step called change type. Delete the last step, change type. Okay. If you have removed the last step, change type, please type number 2. Good job. Good job. Power Query is very versatile when we are dealing a different date and time. What is the date format for the batch date? Is it day, month, year, month, day, year, or year, month, day? What is the data type, or what is the date sequence for this? Year, month, day. Thank you, Ivana. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, it's a year, Monday. Which country in this world uses year Monday format? Which country? Are you sure US? Japan. Yes, thank you, Cecilia. It's Japan. Besides Japan, it's an Eastern country. A lot of Eastern country. There's a lot of Eastern country. Year Monday, besides Japan, China, South Korea, North Korea, Taiwan, and there are a lot of some other countries. Okay, if you have a chance to win this book, is on the page 75. Page 75. For those of you who have attended previous training and you have gotten this book, on the page 75, you have it. So now this one is, we want to use a different country to do the formatting. Let's right click on the, let's right click. Right click on the header batch date. Right click on the header batch date and choose change type. And choose change type. And use the last options. It says using locale. Using locale means it will be using another country setting to convert the data we are looking for. So let's choose using locale. Here, you will ask us for two things. The first one, what is a data type? And the second one, what is a locale? Means which country or which language. Mine also blank. Never mind. Press enter. When you press enter once, it will give you the selection. Just press enter, and you will use arrow key to go to the date and press enter again. After that, press tab key one time, and then press enter. Okay. No, press tab key. Does it work? Or I need to press tab key twice. What? Okay. Doesn't work. Okay, tab key doesn't work. Okay, it's a good thing about 365 now. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Now you laugh at me lah. I also cannot go. Press escape key to go out. Okay. Presume the date I don't want to change. For those of you, you can do it. When you go to change locale, it will ask you for the data type. Data type, you choose date. And locale, you just choose Japan, Japanese. Okay, for those of you are okay, you can continue. For those of you are not okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay. So once this is done, you can click OK. So now we have done this part. Let's go to home, close and load. Let's go to home, close and load. And it will load, it will open the three files individually behind the scenes. It will clean up all the data individually, and then it will combine the whole thing and show it at once on the screen. Currently in the data folder, I have 3 files. So over here, I have 3 files, and ta-da, job done. Still looking for Japan. You just, when you drag, you open down for the locale, you just type J on your keyboard. J for Japan. After you type J, don't need to click anything, just press enter. Japan will be get selected. Okay, you just type J and press enter. Got it. Now, good. Then for those of you you have done, you can click close and load, bring the whole thing back to Excel, and you are able to see it has 3 files there. 3 files there in the source name. If you're able to see 3 files here, please type number 3. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Now, the fun part is, just now we mentioned there are 3 reasons why we want to learn Power Query. Reusability, scalability, and maintainability. So we want to see the power of reusability and scalability. Currently, I have 3 files. If I add more files, when it has something called scalability, it will able to accommodate whatever thing we have added to the folder. Reusability means whatever thing we have done here, we don't need to redo again. We just refresh and job done. Let's do this together. Let's do this together. Go back to our folder just now, our folder, and you will see there's a data and new data. Let's go to new data. Let's go to new data. I have 2 files here, batch number 4 and batch number 5. Let's move the file one by one and test it one by one. I move batch number 4, cut, select and cut, and go back to the data folder just now. Go back to data folder and paste it inside here. Just now it was 3 files. With the additional 1 more file, it has 4 files. If I'm able to copy the file number 4 here, please type number 4 in the chat. Okay, good. Okay, good job. So now I have gotten this file number 4. I go back to my Excel. I check my data. Still have 3 files, right? How come? What should I do to get the new files here? Refresh. Very good. Very good. Refresh. I could refresh. The keyboard shortcut for refresh is alternate F5. Alternate F5 will be refresh. Let me move it out, yeah? Just make sure I select one of the cell inside the table, alternate F5, and it will refresh. And let's see. Ta-da! Yes, new file called batch number 4. Very good. So if I'm able to do this one, please type number 5 in the chat. Yeah. Good, good, good. Final question. There's a lot of people can follow up to this one. Very good. Thank you. If I copy the batch number 5 in, when I refresh, will I able to see batch number 5 file? Yes or no? Okay, this batch number 5, yeah. Batch number 5 has different data here. I copy batch number 5 and go to the data folder and paste it in. If I go back to my Excel and refresh, we're able to see the batch number 5 together with the rest. After refresh, we're able to see. Yeah, just move, refresh. Yes. Very good. Very good. Well done, well done. Good job, good job. Good job, good job. I'm impressed. Yes. I just go back here, go back to Excel and refresh. So go towards the end. Yeah, this batch number 5 data. Very nice. So this is why what we have learned up to just now is building the foundation. And in the learning for write your data, because it uses 4-letter words, and in a different situation, we are able to learn different things. And those kind of situation is very, very common in the work we are dealing with. So for those of you, you want to win this copy, post in the social media on the what are the one thing you like the most about this training. Also tag HRD Corp for thanking them for initiate this NTW, and also tag me so that I'm aware. Plus, and some people will have they may have a question. Hey, the learning here looks like not complete. Yes, it's not complete because it's only about 3 hours. I overly prepared. I was thinking everyone could go a bit faster. somehow I just want to adjust my pace to accommodate everyone. So there's a new things here. It's called data transformation quick reference card. So this one has how many? Has a 15 common data transformation technique. It will show before and after. It will show how it looks like before and how it looks like after. Very, very interesting. And for those of you, you have a chance to meet me or you're coming for the in-person training, yeah, you have a chance to grab this one. And the upcoming training for this rock your data with Power Query is 2 full days training. It happens on July 14 and 15. July 14 and 15. If you want to go a bit later, it will be October 13 and 14. 13 and 14. Want to give more book, I need to ask my boss lah. See my boss can give. Okay. So now we want to have a nice wrap up first. Nice wrap up for this one. If you have more questions, feel free to stay back. Feel free to stay back. Up to just now, please type in the chat what is the one thing you like the most about the session today. What's the one thing you like the most? Thank you. Let me read out loud some of your responses. Some of you say you write refresh, new knowledge, informative. Yeah, this is the first time of you doing a Power Query. Very good. All are new to me. Good pace of training for beginner. And the whole Power Query tutorial, new thing about Power Query, new knowledge, interactive, easy to follow, and now got chance to explore and learn. Very clear instruction. Oh, then someone say like me. Huh, thank you. Because of short hair. Okay, just kidding. New tips, explanation, patient using Power Query to transform data seamlessly. Very good. And attentive. Thank you. Patient with students. Very good. Powerful Sifu. Thank you. Thank you. And what else? Interactive. Yep. Okay, good. So that will be the whole thing up to just now. And this session will not happen. We want to thankful to a couple of people. The first one, we need to thank you to HRD Corp for them to initiate this session to make the learning accessible. And because the intention to make the learning accessible, and therefore this session is organized in outside of working hour. And for those of you, you are willing to take up your weekend time just to come here to attend. I really salute you. We have now over 90 people in the room. Give yourself a big round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Well done. Good job, everyone. And by doing this, inside my head, right? Inside my head, you are way better than a lot of people. Because not many people willing to sacrifice their weekend just for this kind of learning. Not many. Not many. Really. Look around, not many. And yeah. Okay, I hear some voices. Okay. So now I want to invite you to give the feedback for this training. And yeah, I paste it in the group chat and I will share it on the screen for the QR code. Okay. Once you have done, please type done in the chat. Okay, good job, good job. We have a bit of time. Now I want to use this one to open the floor for any question. A quick AMA. AMA means ask me anything. Yeah, AMA means ask me anything. This morning, we also have this a short session, ask me anything. And because the question they ask, we learn something different together. So it's called ask me anything. I need to put a bracket about Excel. Don't ask me where to eat. I'm not quite sure one. Okay, ask me anything. Let's open the floor. You could ask me anything, not necessary about Power Query, and you could ask something relating to Power Query as well. Yeah. Okay. So I want to make this one relevance. Feel after combining data from different Excel, is it possible to auto filter out or delete the repeated data? Yes, thank you, Wang Jing, for asking the question. The answer is yes. We could remove redundant data by comparing all columns or specific columns. We could get this thing. And wanting the question, sometimes we want to know what are the duplicate records. In normal Excel, we want to extract the duplicate records only. We need to do it ourselves. Inside Power Query, we could get the duplicate records one set, another unique record, another set. It's possible. It's very, very easy to be done in Excel. And what is the function of pivot and VLOOKUP? Very good question, Hidayat. Pivot table allows us to summarize the data. For example, let me give you the example. Pivot table is for analysis, summarization. I have all the data here. Boss asked me, hey, what is the total of alpha for all the files? If I have no idea about how to use pivot table, I will need to filter only checking for alpha and check one by one. It will take a long while. When I use pivot table, I could just do something like this. So I can just do for the team and the score. That's it. Alpha total is 1, 3, 2, 4. Bravo and Charlie and total is different score. So that pivot table is for reporting analysis. And what is the purpose of using VLOOKUP? VLOOKUP, or whenever you see the wording called lookup, and nowadays we have something called VLOOKUP, and some of you may be using XLOOKUP. VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP allows us to bring or merge multiple data together. For example, I have maybe the registration. I have the one list for the staff ID and their car number. This is just a staff ID and the car number. That's it. But I want to know who is this staff. I have no idea here. Maybe this is at the parking office. For example, this is at the parking office. So I want to get the details about the staff. So I need to go and get another data that will have a staff ID, maybe the department, perhaps their contact number, maybe their email address. So using the similar staff ID, they are able to bring the data across. So that's called lookup. If I say without using VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP, most likely I will filter and copy and paste one by one. It will take a long while. Okay, hopefully this will address your question, Hidayah. Let's see. Okay, can we do VLOOKUP index match in Power Query? The answer, yes, Rebecca, very good question. In the normal way, we only able to use one column for the lookup. If you have multiple columns, very tricky in Excel. Or I have two data, I want to do comparison, only want to find those exist in one side of the data. Whenever it matches, take them out. So that one is very common. In Power Query, just a few click of button, job done. Yes, the answer is yes. What else? Can you explain the content Excel for HR? This book, Excel for HR, it shows the full life cycle from recruitment, onboarding, training development, the payroll, and maybe performance management, perhaps invite the person to go out from the company, the whole cycle. Okay, it shows the people to see what are the data they could use to convey the things they are doing. Okay, so sometimes the bosses or the management will see the HR just like admin, whatever thing no one do, HR do long. Yeah, it's quite a sad thing. HR is very, very important to make sure right people is coming in and right people is within the company, and not so right people get developed. If cannot develop, get the person out. It's not easy. That kind of thing is not easy. So this is the overview about Excel for HR. How to delete the percentage $ in front of the name. We could split the column. We could split by the number of character or by position. If we choose number of character, you could split one character from one side, and then you are able to do this. Or another way, you could use this one method. Another method is you could add a column by example. Is there upcoming session like VLOOKUP? Yes, there's upcoming session. There is one person. I'll invite another person to conduct this session. Okay, stay tuned. If you are in the group, we will have more details in the group. Yeah. Not clear about the syntax use. What do you mean, William? I'm not quite sure what is your question. Or the $ or this thing. Inside Power Query, compared to the normal Excel, Power Query is very interesting way of working. For example, I go back to my Power Query. I just want to get the first letter, first alphabet from, maybe exclude the first alphabet from the name. I have a data here. I have a team. I don't want the first letter. I select this one, the team. Go to add column. Something columns from example, from selection. From selection, that means I'm only focusing on the team. Then you ask you what is thing you're looking for. Just type your expected result, and Power Query will guess what will be appropriate formula for you. So I exclude the first alphabet. I just key alpha, accept the first letter, press enter. Sometimes you will get it right, sometimes it doesn't. So the Bravo is without the first letter, RABO, enter. Okay, got it. Scroll down, get the data. So this is the data I have. Maybe I call this as ID. Enter. Then I click OK. And ta-da, job done. Very, very, very useful. Add column from example. Very, very powerful. Very, very useful. Okay. And the best thing is once you use this one with your multiple files, and you can just go to home, close and load, and job done. Very, very useful, this one. Okay, Let's see other examples. Okay, what if each of the Excel have different set of templates, different headers? Can we combine using Power Queries? Yes, thank you, Alice, for asking the question. When the data has different headers, Power Query will, you have two options to do it. You have two options. Okay, so now you have multiple files with different headers, different column headers. So it could be two possible situations. The first one is they are just having a same sequence. That means same positioning from left to right, and but different header name. That one, you could just remove the header and you are able to merge it correctly. And second one, it will be a different sequence, but same header names. That ones, whenever it's the same header name, Power Query will match them, even though the sequence are not the same. The tricky part is this one. This one is say different sequence and different header name. If this is very different, you need to find some similarity. What is the real thing you're looking for? Of course, you may say, I want to have this one, this one, this one, this one. Whatever you say out, type it out. What is a pattern? Whenever you found certain pattern, you're able to get it done. If let's say someone say, totally no pattern, it's up to individual file, total mess. So cannot use Power Query, not easy. For example, I know this company, they have a different supplier, different vendor. Different vendors will use a different file formats. They will not follow each other format one. And sometimes they have a big vendor, sometimes they have a small vendor, and all of them will have a very massive file formats. If that's things right, Power Query cannot handle all, but Power Query could handle the big one. Maybe this big one is comprises about 80% of the work. Just focusing on that one. And the small vendor manually do because there's no pattern with it. So this one, at least it helps you partially, not entirely, partially. Good question. Thank you, Alice, for that. So the next one, what is the best way to format big number to show 100K, 10K to million? Depending on where is your situation. Okay. You want to explain a little bit, Shayan? What does that mean? Are you showing on the reports, showing on the chart, or how? I'm not quite sure. Okay, until I get something. Jiapei is for all files named 1 to 5 has added to data folder. Is someone added one of the file without our knowledge? Are we able to capture? Yes, if someone updated the file, you just need to refresh. Jiapei. It doesn't know when the data has been updated. It doesn't know. If you want to make the thing a bit automatically or routine update, Power Query will be another option. Not Power Query, Power BI will be another option. Okay, what do you mean by group? WhatsApp group. That's a WhatsApp group. And maybe Wendy could help out. Sophia. Mickey asks how to compare two different files to check data. Is it same by not duplicate? By not using duplicate and VLOOKUP to check. Power Query, you can use merge. You can use merge and compare the difference between them. And you could do something merge. In the actual training, we will cover that as well. Just today may not have enough time. The short answer is yes. What Wendy has replied is merge queries. Okay, good. Any other pending questions? You can type in the chat or you could use your voice. Yes, now, Cheyenne, how are your questions? Are you still in the room? Best way. Maybe I showed it in the answer of Excel. The question is to shorten the number format. I show the Excel way. Excel way. So I open a brand new Excel worksheet just to illustrate. I have 5,000. I have 54321. I have 654321. I have, okay, I have all this number. And the end result, this one is too big. This is too big. Make it smaller, even smaller. Okay. This has a different numbers. And I want to make a, okay. I want to make example. This will be shown as 5K. This one will be 54K. Maybe I want to put a 0, 54K. And this one 5.0K. This one is 654.3K. And this one will be 98.8 million. Okay, so this is the expected end result. Yes, expected end result. Let me show you the formats, how to do this. Okay, so I have the data. I just copy and paste somewhere else just to do the comparison. I just show you the end result, and then I will copy and paste the formats inside the chat. Go to format cells, custom, inside the type. This is the format I'm going to use. Let me zoom in. Open square bracket, less than 1 million. When it's less than 1 million, there will be how many K? 0.0 K is in the K in this way, 0.0 K. Because this is 1,000, I want to have a comma at the end. 0.0 comma, double quote, K double quote. And the next one is more than 1 million or equal, open square bracket, greater or equal to 1 million. And that will be, let's see, 0.0, because million has 2 commas, 2,000 separator, so I have comma, comma, double quote, M, double quote, then enter. Okay, job done. So let me paste it inside the chat. Can we do Power Query inside Google Sheet? No, Power Query only works in Excel. Couple of reasons. Google Sheet is very useful for sharing and collaboration. And Google Sheet has one limitation. It only has max 2 million cells. Not row, not column, cells, 2 million cells. Usually our data will be quite a big one when we want to use Power Query. So Google Sheet doesn't support that. So another question people will be asking, hey, Tai, could I pull the data from Google Sheet into Power Query? Guess what will be the answer? Could I pull this one to Power Query? Yes or no? Make a guess. Could we do this? Yes, you are right, Jenny. Thank you. Yes, we could just import, just like a web page. Yeah, could be done. So let's go for next question. How to change the date to this date format? Try to change number but still the same. Wang Jing, I want to see your data because your data may be a little bit tricky. Date and time is a very tricky situation. In the rock your data with Power Query, we will dive in a bit more with the date and time data. So now based on what you are saying here, I'm just guessing, the data you have, if that's something like this, I'm not sure whether your data is a data like this one or is a text data. Text data, it's not easy. I'm not sure. Which one is yours? When your data without any formatting on the top, where does this go? Does it go towards right side or left side? Which one? If you have the file in front of you, double check. No formatting at all. Does it go towards the left or right? Okay, because it influences how the data behave. Okay. Left side, yes. Whenever it's on the left side, this is a text. This is a text. So I want to convert the text to a date. It has nothing to do with the format, nothing to do here, nothing. So how to go about this one? So in Excel, there's one function called, let me close this one, it's called date value equal date value, tab key, select the date you have and press enter, it will show number. Just change the format to date. So mine is short date. Okay, done. This is the formula, date value. Hope this helps you. Okay, what else? Okay, my boss is sounding is already OT for 8 minutes. Any final question? What are the items will be covered in July course? Yeah. One year you want to reach out to Wendy, or Wendy will provide you more details. And just a quick overview. Just now we learned about ROCK, right? We have not even touched on the R part of it. R means sometimes our data has blank, merging. How could we handle? And O means sometimes our data has comma. How could I break them into individual row? And sometimes our data has O has 2 rows. Sometimes it's weird thing. Our data has 2 rows represent single record. How could I handle to make sure it makes it as 1 row? This one also inside the only one. Careful is a bit tricky. Like day, month, year, Monday, year, all these things, we will be covered inside careful. And meanwhile, keep raw data raw. We will go through a different way. Just now, the multiple files in the folder, we will learn inside here. And plus, when the time permits, we will have some bonuses. Bonuses, for example, I have 2 sets of data. I have new data, I have old data. And this is very common when we are doing some comparison. I want to find out those only in new. And I want to find those only in old. And I want to find another one somewhere exists in both. So this kind of comparison, usually we want to do it in Excel. It takes a long time. In Power Query, very easy. Once you know the framework, you have a few techniques, you are able to create your own solution very easily. Yeah, very easily. Yeah. Okay, what else? Any other question? This one is a very big time saver. Just a side story. This is my personal best record up to just now, up to today, 99.992%. I'm so happy about this one. From 5 days work, down to 2 seconds, just using Power Query alone. Very useful. One of the methods is here. Yeah, 99.992%. Imagine all the work you are doing at this moment, you could have such saving. In the year-end appraisal, if you showcase all your improvement, guess what? The chances of for you to getting an extra bonus, extra increment, maybe extra promotion, it's possible. This is possible. Okay. The table range must be same Excel file. Okay, what we are learning is a simplified method. We have a data, and we have go to the something called process, then towards then there's a report. For the data part, our source could be from different places. These are the common thing. It is within same Excel file. So what we have learned just now, we want to create Excel table within same Excel file. And sometimes it could be outside of the Excel file, outside. So that means the file could be in a different formats. It could be another Excel file, or another CSV file, or another PDF file, or another XML file, or many other formats. So all these things, they are individual files. And sometimes we want to import multiple files. That will be from a folder. The folder could have multiple files here. They could be CSV file, Excel file. We could bring all of them together. So these are the common things we are facing in our work. So these are the three possible combinations. In the learning itself, we cover most common situation in our work. Same Excel file, I will load it into PowerPoint. Different Excel file, load it into my own. Or multiple files, we load it as well. So with these three scenarios coverage, you can save a lot of work, save a lot of time in your work, really a lot of saving. And the best thing about in-person training, after the training, because I'm very happy when see people, they want to do more, they want to learn more. I'm okay to stay back just to help out like this one, extra time. Okay, hope this one give you some idea. This one is a lot of scenario. Some people say I have a unique situation. For example, I want to load the data from SAP lah, from SQL lah, maybe from JSON lah. So some other file format is also possible. So these are the common file or data source we may encounter. These three things. Okay, any other questions? Let's see. Okay. So Wang Jing, so far okay for this one? Not necessary. Not necessary. Okay, good. Thank you, Pang. Nice to have you for the morning and the evening session. Nice to have you here. Okay, any final questions? Calling once, calling twice, and so if you really want to learn more, reach out to Wendy. If you need some support, maybe your company may not approve your training and you want to use your own budget, reach out to us. Then we want to see how to make the things work for you lah. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Wendy. Thank you for Mr. Tai. I also very happy that got 9% who can follow just now the training the edition I get short. He time make it and in 30 minutes to show you all, and 9% can follow because that one is not easy. 10% person can follow. Actually, is quite great. Okay, actually, today is a very short introduction. We are unable to show you all the information in Power Query. Power Query would be 2 days. If you don't mind, let me see. Power Query. Yes, Power Query have been taking 2 days. If you wanted, you can get more detail from me and will be in the WhatsApp group. And for Power Query, if you wanted to the full 2-day courses, we are having a puppy training, also in-house training. If you both also in person, if you wanted, you also can reach me. And we are going to have the Mac version for Power Query in June. Yeah, in Agong birthday, I think it's in June. So if you wanted to join, although you are Windows, you still can join for Mac. It's just a refresher or just a revision for you. Will be you also need to go back to the NTW website to check and register. Then at the same day, we also got the one course is quite brand new. They call that Excel macro automation with AI. If you are feel very surprised that very new in Power Query, I told you the macro will be more surprise to you because macro will be a bit like more automation. You no need to do whatever because I'm the one benefit a lot on the macro thing, VBA, a bit program method in the Excel. But with the AI to help you, you don't worry that you don't have basic or anything that you worry that you cannot follow. With the AI chat GTP or anything, any AI tools actually can help you a lot. You will feel that it's not so difficult to pick up all the extra knowledge. So if you free on the day, you also can sign up on the day because it's a 2nd June 9 a.m. It's a 3 hours also for the introduction. If you feel free, you feel you wanted to join, you just go to the NTW website to apply again. And other than that, so far so good. No, I'm just know that I'm OT already, so we need to let Mr. Tai rest already. Mr. Tai already very tired. He keep coughing already. So that's all. So you all can leave the group, and I hope that I see you next in when in June. I hope I see you in June. If you want to join the public training, then you just WhatsApp me in the group also, in private message also can. I will be attending to you. So see you next 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks. See you next 2 months. So bye bye. AMA also, you will see our me and Tai in AMA session. If you any question about Excel, other than Excel, no about Excel you want to ask, you just ask us in the group. You join the group, we will approve, let you in. Then you just ask the question inside the group, or you want the private message me also can. So we were having the AMA once a month. So we answer your question. We use your data and demo to you, and straight away you get the answer. This is the faster way that you go and langka tiang your sendiri lah. So it's a most powerful. It's free also lah. It's free also. So you can join the group and WhatsApp anything that you wanted to know. Then I will attending to you lah. So thank you. Still got 48% here. Okay. Bye bye. Go, 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 go. I don't want OT already. I want to go back already. Bye bye, bye bye. Okay, Tai, you I want dinner already. So you all can leave the room. So see you next time. So see you when I see you lah. So Tai, you can end the Zoom now.